Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. Grade 6 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 6 and then click on view all. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter multiply and divide decimals. The lessons we're going to cover today are multiply and divide decimals by the powers of 10, division with decimal quotients, and inequalities with decimal division. Okay, so here I am on grade 6 math. Chapter we're going to start with is multiply and divide decimals. Let's just start with the lesson that is multiply and divide decimals by powers of 10. So let's just start with the first example. That is 8.04 divided by 100. So you are dividing by the power of 10, right? 100 is the power of 10. So you have to learn how do we divide the numbers like this. You have to count the zeros in the divisor. You have two zeros, right? 100 have two zeros. That means you need to move decimal point two places left, right? Because 100 has two zeros. So you need to move decimal point two places left, right? But on the left hand side of decimal point, one digit that is 8. So you need to add an extra zero before 8 so that you can move decimal point two digit left. So when you move decimal point two places left, that would be 0.0804. Got it? For example, the next one is 8.2 divided by 100. So 100 has two zeros, right? That means you need to move decimal point two places left. On the left hand side, you have only one digit. So you need to add an extra zero and move decimal point from here to here. That would be 0.082. The answer is 0.082. Got it? Let's just start with the test questions. 20,824, you have to divide it by the 100. 20,824. You have to divide it by the 100. 100 has two zeros. That means you need to move decimal point two places left. The decimal point is here, right? So you have to move two places left. That would be then here. So that is 208.24. The correct option is option number 1. That is 208.24. Got it? The correct option is option number 1. That is 208.24. The next one is 8.1 times 10. So 10 have only one zero, right? That means you need to move decimal point one place left. Got it? you have 8.1. So you need to move 1 point left. That would be 0.81. So if you don't have any digit here, you write decimal point or you don't write, that would be 81. Hold on. That is multiplication, not division, right? 8.1 is multiplying to 10. So when multiplying 10, you have to move decimal point right. You have 10 here, right? So you need to move decimal point one place left. That would be 81.0. That is 81. Sorry. When you are dividing by the powers of 0, you have to move the decimal point left. When you are multiplying with the powers of 0, you have to move decimal point on the right hand side. Got it? Okay, that is 81. The next one is 5349.38 divided by 10. So you have only 10 here. You're dividing, you need to move decimal point one place left. 5349.38. You need to move decimal point only one place left. That is 534.938. Got it? So the correct option is the last one. Okay, the next one is, that is the last option. Got it? Okay, the next is 9.57 divided by 100. So which is the correct option? 9.57 divided by 100. You have two zeros, so you need to move decimal point two places left. So which is the correct option? That is Option number 1 is the correct option. Very good. 100 times 0.7. So which is the correct option? You are multiplying. You need to move decimal point one position right now. Sorry, two positions because 100 has two zeros. So you need to move two positions right. So 0.7, you have only one. So you need to add an extra zero. You need to move decimal point from here to here. So yes, that is 70. The correct option is option number 2 is the correct option. 70 it is. Very good. 5.8 divided by 10, which is the correct option? The correct option is you need to move decimal point left one place, right? So that would be 0.58. Option number 1 is the correct option. Ten times 0.7 equals, you need to move decimal point one place right. Got it? So the correct option is 7. It is option number 1 is the correct option. Thirteen thousand 133.97 divided by 100. So which is the correct option? The correct option is you need to move two places left. So the correct option is option number 3 is the correct option. Got it? Hello? Hello? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is divide and division with decimal quotients. Let's just start with the next lesson. How do we divide with decimal quotients? Okay, divide 66,376.8 divided by 7.5. The first thing is remove the decimal point and divide like we do with the decimal numbers, right? That is 6,376.8 divided by 7.5. Both the numbers have one decimal place, right? So that means you need to move decimal point one place right in both the numbers, right? So just move decimal point one place right. Now they are 63,768 divided by 75. Let's just start with the test question that is already solved. Okay, 300, 3,365 divided by 0.4. Okay, I'm going to divide like we do decimals. 3365 divided by 4, right? We'll put the decimal point at the end. So divide them like we do with the decimals. You have to count the table of 4 until 33. So 4 times 8 is 32. We can go for 4 times 8, right? 32 take away 33 take away 32 is 1. Bring the next digit down. That is 4 times 4 is 16, right? You need to bring 0 over here. Now you have to move the 5 down, right? So you can go for 4 times 1 is 4. 5 take away 4 is 1, right? One thing you can do here is you have one decimal place here, right? So remove that one decimal place here by adding a 0, an extra 0 at the end. So you have a 0 over here. Now you need to bring the 0 down. 4 times 2 is 8. 10 take away 8 is 2. Put a decimal point over here and 0 over here. 4 times 5 is 20. Let me just explain again what you have to do. You have 3,365 divided by 0.4, right? You have one decimal place in the divisor. You can remove the decimal point by adding 1 0 because you have one decimal place. So you can add 1 0 at the end of this number, right? That's how you remove this decimal point. Now divide them because you remove the decimal point. Now divide like we do the decimals. So like this, I divided. That is 8,412.5. Option number 2 is the correct option. Got it? The correct option is option number 2. Okay, 400 divide 465 divided by 0.8. Again, you have at one decimal place in the divisor. First, you have to add a 0 with the dividend and remove the decimal point, right? So that is now you have to divide like you divide the decimals. You need to count 4 until 46. So 4 times 5 is 40. You have 6 here. Now you need to bring 5 down. You can go for 8 times 8 is 64. You need to bring 0 down. 8 times 1 is 8. 10 take away 8 is 2. Bring a put a decimal point over here and 0 over here. 8 times 2 is 16. You have 4 here. You already have a decimal point. Put 0. 8 times 5 is 40. So the correct option is 40 take away 40 is 0. The correct option is 581.25. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, the correct option is option number 1. Okay, the next one is 1493 divided by 0.4. First thing is you have the divisor have only, you can see this example, that's exactly the same, right? You need to remove the decimal point from the divisor. You have only one decimal place here, right? You can remove this decimal by adding a 0 to the dividend. Now it is like this. 14,930 divided by 4. Now the divisor don't have any decimal. That is, now you can divide like we divide the decimal points. That is simply division. The main thing you need to learn here is how to remove the decimal point. 4 times 3 is 12. 14 take away 12 is 2. Bring the next digit down. 4 times 7 is 28. That is 1. Bring the next digit down. 4 times 3 is 12. You need to 1. You need to bring the next digit down. 4 times 2 is 8. You need to put a decimal point over here and add a 0 over here. 4 times 5 is 20. That is 0. The answer is 3732.5. The important thing here is you need to learn how do we remove the 0. The, our next thing is we are dividing like we divide the decimals. Got it? If you have any question, you can ask so that I can move on to next example. Okay, let's just move on to next one. The next one is 489 divided by 2.4. Again, you have one decimal place in the divisor. That means you can remove the decimal point by adding a 0 to the divisor. Now you have to divide it like the decimals. So 4890 divided by 24. Okay, 4890 divided by 24. 24 times 2 is 48, right? Now you need to bring 9 down, but you cannot divide 9 by 24 because 9 is smaller than 24. So you need to add a 0 over here and you need to bring the 0 down. So 24 times 2 is 48. 24 times 3 is 72. We can go for 24 times 3. That is 72. Mm, 18 it is. Now you need to put a decimal point over here and 0 over here, right? So you can go for now 24 times 6 is 144. 24 times 7 is 168. 24 times 8. No, you can go for 24 times 7. That is 168. So 180 minus 168 is 15. You need to add a 0, right? So 24 times 5 is, no, that's 2 here. 24 times 5 is 120. So the correct option is option number 3. 203.75 is the correct option. If you have any question, you can please ask. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is inequalities with decimal division. Which sign makes the statement true? 1 divided by 0.5 and 6 divided by 2.5, right? So let's just see how do we divide. You have 1 divided by 0.5 and 6 divided by 0.5. Remove the decimal point by adding a 0 to the divisor. That would be now 10 divided by 5. Same thing you can do here. That is 60 divided by 25, right? So 5 times 2 is 10 and 25 times 2 is 50. 60 divided by 25. 25 times 2 is 50. 10, you need to put 0 here. 25 times 4 is 100. That is 2.4. So 2 is less than 2.4. That means 1 divided by 0.5 is less than 6 divided by 2.5. Got it? Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, 17.6 divided by 8.8 and 17.6 divided by 8. Let's see which is the correct option. You Divisor and dividend, they both have the decimal point. So they can cancel out each other. That you are left with 176 divided by 88, right? And for this one, you have to remove the decimal point from the dividend. You need to add a 0 with the divisor. Got it? So 88, 176 by divided by 88 is 2, I think. 176 yes, that is 2. And 176 divided by 80 is 2.2. So 2 is less than 2.2. Okay, the next one is which sign makes the statement true? 13.0 divided by 18 divided by 1.8. That is 13. You don't have to do anything with this side. Divide by 18.1 divided by 1.8. When you remove the decimal, that would be 180 divided by 18. So 180 divided by 18 is 10. That means 13 is greater than 10. The correct option is greater. 8.0 divided by 2.5, and you have to compare it to 4. Greater it is. 8 divided by 2.5 is greater than 4. Less than 4. Let me see how greater it is. Oh, 80 divided by 25 is 3.2. Sorry. That is less than. 7.4 divided by 2.0 and 14.4 divided by 4. Okay, let's just see. That is 7.4 divided by 2, right? So that is 74 divided by 20. And for this one, that would be 144 divided by 40. Let's just divide. 74 divided by 20 is 74 divided by 20. 3.7 it is. And 144 divided by 40. 3.6 it is. So 3.7 is greater than 3.6. The correct option is greater. The correct option is greater it is. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 6 math. The chapter we were working on is multiply and divide decimals, and the lessons we have covered today are multiply and divide decimals by powers of 10, division with decimal quotients, inequalities with decimal division. So if you have any questions related to the lessons we have just finished, you can please ask question if you have any, or either you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday 5 to 9, or either you can join me in the interactive session that would be daily from 4 to 5 and from 9 to 10. So that's all for today. If you have any question, you can please ask. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. Please ask questions if you have any. No questions?